Hi lads and lasses, Modest Pelican here with GTA 5. If you enjoy this video, please kidnap Jeff Bezos and get him to rename the Amazon hit series The Boys to The Boys Boys Boys, as this really helps spread the good word of my channel. Meet Thick Man, a retired assassin who is on a mission to become the most powerful crime lord in Los Santos, whilst also ensuring he stays sufficiently hydrated at all times. These are the Boys Boys Boys, and together they form a feared gang known as the Sons of Virgins. These are their stories. Bruh. So you may have noticed I eliminated myself in the first intro clip. I was just driving my go-kart around, living my best life, and I saw someone had a bounty on their head, so of course I did what I had to do. Little did I know I was killing myself. This random player called Cleaver Henking is a clone of me, I guess. Naturally, I call a cab so I can vibe with Thickman 2.0 for a while. I tell the driver to take us down to the pier, but he gets confused, and so I gun him down and decide I'll just drive the taxi myself. We head down to the carnival, the sky clearer than post-nut clarity, and ride the roller coaster. Honestly, kind of hurtful that he didn't sit next to me, but we have a pretty fantastic time. We even go back to my apartment and drink fine wine and sky gaze together. I get Sapphire to come over and he sends me a message saying Sapphire in the house. An accurate statement, this guy's good. The evening arrives and I fly us back to my yacht, but you see there can be only one Thick Man. We both know this all too well, and so I message the Malacca letting him know how this has to go down. He's up for it and immediately takes a cheap shot, which I quite frankly respect. I know this is probably pretty difficult and emotional content for you to watch, as I'm sure we all love this guy's energy, but I proceed to do what I have to do. Kill a child. Please like the video to pay respect to Cleaver Henking. Today I'll be playing with Stealtho-Mato, who's best known for carrying this channel, and Stealtho-Carbo, who loves a pair of tiny shorts. He wore these bad boys in the middle of winter. Women love guys who pretend they can't feel the cold. Not as much as I love these lads though. Today we're going to attempt the heist that has given our group the most trouble. We also decide to play in a public server because that always goes extremely well. I currently have around $1.2 million in the bank, and Thickman couldn't be looking more ready to meet hot young Christian singles in his area. Like all GTA Online characters, he might never talk, but who needs a personality when your supercar has scissor doors? I meet Stealtho-Mato, who's pretty proud of his new up and atomizer ray gun. I'm no physicist, but what the Optic Slug 1 then rocks up in his ramp car, and I'm no esports enthusiast, but I don't think he's actually an Optic gaming. He does, however, have some innovative ideas. When I was in year 12, I made the stunning and brave decision to stop studying and instead focus on becoming the best Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 player of all time. I failed to achieve that goal, and I also basically failed school. When I was opening the envelope containing my final grade, which was handed to me by my school's principal, he looked me in the eyes and said, "That's the grade you deserve." Well, now look at me, sir. Launching supercars in Grand Theft Auto, will you fantasize about Miss K because your wife stopped loving you years ago? Wow, that was kind of dark, but in his defense, we were all fantasizing about Miss K. What kind of teacher explains algebra in yoga pants? Speaking of, Carbo rocks up wearing pants for once, which I'm sure my 4.9% female audience is pretty upset about. This guy Chappie also rocks up, so I give his car a little nudge with my ray gun. More and more players arrive at the scene, and surprisingly everyone just chills and enjoys each other's company. Of course, this doesn't last long, and predictably, Mato is the first to die. He's like a baby gazelle, vulnerable and uncoordinated. The lads and I were talking about how insane public servers are, but upon reviewing this footage, I'm starting to realize that perhaps we're a big part of that insanity. Let's not overthink it, as I don't want to risk becoming self-aware and having to change myself. Anyway, I feel like this perfectly encapsulates every GTA Online server ever. See what I did there? It's in reference to the title of this video. We've sure come a long way from when every one of my YouTube titles had the phrase, "and then this happened" in it. Kidding, I still sometimes do that for the nostalgia, and honestly it gets a pretty good click-through rate. We begin the drive up to my new facility as we have actual work to do. Do you remember when we attempted the Doomsday heist? It was episode 3 of the Sons of Virgins, and it took us several videos to complete. Unfortunately, because I said a couple of allegedly insensitive things, the final video where we actually completed the heist was removed from the internet out of my control. I constantly get asked where it is, and so I've decided it's time we do it again. Lads and lasses, welcome to the Doomsday Heist Remastered. Twice the fun, twice the laughs, and twice the milking of 3-year-old content. We have a well-deserved rest in my ghetto break room and then get ready to start planning. I'd forgotten just how big this heist is, but nothing a group of intellectual gaming bros can't handle. First up, we've got to collect the marked cash from the airport. Carbo rudely left without us, so Mato says he's going to walk in protest. My ex-girlfriend once literally walked out on me. She had a fight with her parents and my mum was out of town, so she was crashing at my place for a while. She knew I was going out celebrating for one of my best mate's 18th birthdays that night. So I get home in a rush to change my clothes and leave, and there she is on the bed. Candles lit, and she's in lingerie. Any other day, this would be a great moment, but she knew I was in a rush to go and meet my friends. I knew she knew that, and she knew I knew that, but she didn't want me going out drinking, so she was pulling out all the big guns. I tried to finesse the situation using my non-existent charm, but predictably it didn't go too great. So she walks out into the night with her little suitcase, but the timing's terrible as I really need to use the bathroom. I take a little too long because I'm pillaging people's Clash of Clan villages on my phone, hustlers never sleep, and by the time I get out, I can't find her anywhere. I wasn't emotionally mature enough to handle this kind of situation, so I literally just took out the Nesquik, the milk, and a glass and left it on the bench with a note saying, "You're a wonderful person," smiley face, and went out and got lit. I didn't know it at the time, but I was speed running a breakup. You see, leaving the ingredients out for chocolate milk by anyone's definition was a classy play, but I forgot to leave her a spare key, and Canberra winters are no joke. Given we've completed one of the heist preps, we decide we've earned another break. We take out my new supercar, and look how far Marto can throw Molotov cocktails, they look like asteroids. Just when you thought he was already as alpha as humanly possible, he finds a way to step up. I'm aware a few minutes ago I referred to him as an uncoordinated baby gazelle, so this is a contradiction. It reminds me of when I stream and you guys in the Twitch chat either give death threats or say incredibly sexual perverse things about him, and there's absolutely no in between. We arrive at the casino and hit up the spinning wheel. I proceed to underwhelmingly win a black no retreat tank top, but I decide to embrace my prize. The drip is so fresh that you barely notice I'm far too white to be wearing a singlet. We have a little party in my penthouse, God knows we've earned it, and then make our way down to the Music Locker nightclub. I keep getting notifications about this place, plus I now have the perfect look, so why not? Party up top, business down the bottom. I look like one of those guys who's been lifting for a week and a half, but still has the confidence to walk around the gym aggressively staring at people. I decide to do a little social experiment with Marto and ask him to join me at the urinal to test if he will stand an appropriate distance away from me. He crushes the test, flexing his social acceptability awareness by standing half a foot away and staring directly at my peenie. The Music Locker is fine, I guess, but there's nothing really going on, so I make my way up to the roof. I then slide into the hot tub so I can aggressively hit on these two Christian babes. Who's not going to give this man a smooch? Cosmopolitan magazine actually did a survey about the top 7 things women want in a man. They were a bald head, a tasteful anime back tattoo, relentless and unnecessary aggression, impressive cardiovascular health, wearing a versatile suit everywhere, owning a yucca houseplant, and being legally named Thick Man. Some other players rock up on their flying motorbikes to say g'day, which is nice. I proceed to steal their bike and put it in the swimming pool because we can't be having those flying around. He then messages me saying something kind, so I apologize and blame the whole bike in the pool incident on Stealth-O-Mato, suggesting that a suitable revenge would be to kill him. Sometimes you've got to make your own drama. Carbo picks up a truck, which I imagine is the Rolls Royce of bush bumpkin culture. As we make our way back to the facility to get working again, we invent a game called Grenade Roulette. Basically, the passenger throws explosives out the window and tries to explode the vehicle while the driver tries to dodge. This is peak innovation right here. All of a sudden, Moody Man wants to be picked up because his car was stolen. He's a DJ at the Music Locker and he thinks he's better than us. We've just driven across the entire city and he won't even look up from his phone. We reluctantly help him recover his vehicle, and I will admit this man has nice taste. I honestly think the Grotti Itali might be my new favourite car. It costs $3.5 million, so we'll have to save a little bit, but I'll put it on my wish list. I proceed to drive the car off the pier because Moody Man didn't make eye contact, which is a crucial part of active listening. I was planning to roll to safety, but I exited the vehicle a little too late. I begin freestyling back to the pier with exquisite form. Sensing how vulnerable I am, Carbo pops me in the head. This triggers a full-scale war, and it becomes apparent that this entire time we have only done one heist prep. I call the mechanic to bring me my SUV because we can all fit in it. I feel like mentally we need that kind of unity right now. We drive the whole way back to the facility without one grenade being tossed. We are ready. The first thing we have to do is scout out the dock before we raid it. Carbo flies his helicopter over and I take some tasteful selfies for Lester. No filter, no makeup, no hate. As I'm finishing up, this reckless individual runs in and attacks me. Fortunately, Will and I are able to beat him to death through the power of friendship. We head back to the facility to get ready for the raid, playing a little windmill roulette on the way, which goes well. We get into our tactical gear and I hop into my Sabre Custom Lowrider, which isn't very tactical, but almost all my other cars have been destroyed in grenade roulette. It's got hydraulics though, which more than makes up for its lack of stealth. I know we were most likely meant to be somewhat sneaky, but it just feels right doing a drive-by in this thing. The boys and I begin wrecking everything, and I just want to say that I love you guys. The support my content gets here, the live streams on Twitch, and the love the new GTA series on my Papa Pelly channel is getting is honestly overwhelming. I don't know what I did to deserve such insane support, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I just love making content, and I've got some cool video ideas coming up that I hope you'll love, as well as plenty more Sons of Virgins. Thanks for watching, you legends. Until next time, and as always, stay classy. Let's play grenade roulette. That feels like it's gonna be close. You driving right at it? Ooh.